Today I'm going to talk to you about how you can eat healthily at TGI Fridays. Hi, this is Dr. Hood, medical doctor, here to help busy people like you get lean and stay fit by eating more and exercising smartly. If this is the first time on this channel, then please subscribe so you can be notified about videos which I'm going to post on a weekly basis. So today I'm going to talk about how you can eat healthily at burger and steak places like TGI Fridays.
So as I always say, the key to successfully getting lean and fit is to prepare most of what you eat on a weekly basis. However, you are going to eat out. It's part of life, it's part of your social life, it's also part of your work life. The important thing is to learn how to eat out and eat well by making the right food choices. So how do you go about doing this at American style steak or burger restaurants like TGI Fridays, or Chili's? There are multiple examples. Obviously in the UK we call it American style steak burger restaurants. In America they are just American food. So these places obviously have long menus, they have multiple appetizers, mains and desserts. So you need to make the right food choices to maximize nutrient dense foods and minimize the more harmful foods. So what is the challenge? The challenge is to eat good foods. The challenge is to minimize bad foods and still enjoy your meal. And the approach is, as I always say, for any restaurant or takeout, is to always order nutrient dense foods and eat more of them. So in this case, it's to eat more nutrient dense starters and mains. And this includes healthy fats, proteins and non-starchy vegetables. And to minimize sugary foods, carb-based foods and carb-coated foods where possible. So let's have a look at a TGI Fridays menu online, and I want to go through just a general approach on how I try to maximize nutrient-dense foods when I'm eating out and minimize the more nutrient-poor ones. Now you may want to be treating yourself, having a cheat day, whatever is fine, but if you know how to approach eating out, then overall your weekly intake of nutrient dense foods will be higher and your intake of nutrient poor foods will be lower. Let's have a look at some of the appetizers. Things that stand out are, for example, anything with chicken in it. Chicken, chicken on the bone is probably better than chicken strips, which are coated in batter, which is carbohydrates. I'd avoid the loaded potato skins, for example, and the giant onion rings, which is again coated in batter. Things like Brussels sprouts, spinach Florentine, spinach and queso dip are things that stand out as being more nutrient dense. Obviously these are served with tortilla chips, so if you can have less chips and more of the actual dip itself, that's probably better. If we move down to the soups and salads, salads are great, because they're full of nutrient dense vegetables and some protein. And if you want a salad, don't have it to go low calorie, have it to fill yourself up. So here you have grilled salmon or steak or chicken. These options are great, and if you don't think you'll get full up, then just add extra meat. There's always an option to add extra meat, so that will fill you up. The point isn't to go hungry, the point is just to fill you up with nutrient dense foods. Now when it comes to burgers, the problem with burgers are two things. One is the bread and one is the sweet sauce. So ideally you want to go bunless if possible. So all these different burgers have the meat, the cheese, the lettuce, the salads, it's great, have all these things. If you can go bunless, that is better than having the bread. If possible, try to have a smaller amount of ketchup or any other sweet sauces, because these are full of sugar, and it's perfectly okay to go for the beef or the turkey or the bacon, whatever it is that you enjoy. When it comes to the mains, steaks, ribs, chicken and seafood, all great, because these are high in protein, in some cases high in good fats. So you want to have these, but what you want to try to minimize are the sugary glazes and sauces if possible, and reduce the high carb sides, for example mashed potatoes or fries. Instead have more nutrient dense foods that are sometimes available on the menu, such as broccoli. You sometimes get extra spinach, for example, or even have an extra side of protein, so extra side of shrimp or prawn, rather than having fries or mashed potato, which are just going to stimulate your fat storing hormones like insulin. Here, for example, you can see you can have some extra sides, mozzarella salad, broccoli, spinach, Mac and cheese, I probably wouldn't go for that because, you know, the macaroni is just made of pasta, which is processed grains. And I'd probably go for coleslaw, possibly the jasmine rice, and then I'd avoid the fries, mashed potatoes. And again, I'd probably avoid the pastas here. Again, high in processed grains, which makes up the pasta. So final tips to ensure a successful healthy meal. Avoid sugary drinks, so definitely have no full sugar soda. Ideally have water, ice water, add some lemon. If you can't have that, then have some diet drinks, which are not as good as water but not as bad as full sugar Coke. And if you're going to have alcohol, again, be wary, because these calories, these sugars in cocktails and beers do add up very, very quickly. So again, that's something to be careful of. With regards to dips and sauces, many of them are quite sugary, so again, don't go overboard. Have mayonnaise, which is lower in sugar. It does have some bad fats in it, but doesn't have the sugar like ketchup and barbecue sauce. And if you're going to have a dessert, then why not share it rather than spoil the whole meal by having a full dessert? Just share it with somebody and make your meal a success.
I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, then please consider subscribing so you can be notified about videos which I'm going to post on a weekly basis. I'll see you next time.